SilverWolverine. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So we were just talking a little bit about your Lions, and they lost this weekend. So who are you going to go for in the Super Bowl?
Um, pro Probably San Francisco.
100% San Francisco. I do not like Patrick Mahomes. And I'm so tired of seeing Taylor Swift. If I want to go to a concert, I'll go to a concert, but get her off my football. Get her off the screen, please.
Yeah,
Um,
I am. I'm definitely not a Taylor Swift fan.
Neither am
Definitely
I.
not a Swiftie.
Me either. Especially, I just want to see the game. I don't want it to pan up to her to see her reaction. I want to see the refs. I want to see the players on the field. I could care less about what she's doing and what she's up there doing, and then the type of dances that they're doing, trying to be all cutesy. So, let's say hello to our guest. Hi, Seymour in Brandon. I'm glad you made it as well. In Frostbite, Jack Gelman, West Texas Stacker, Dan Root. Rich Mart, Amy Harrell, Papa York, another fellow Mainer, and Tom, Kinnamine, let me see, and Tiger Stacker and Cosmic Creations and Michael Stacking. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. So I thought we could talk about my least favorite topic, but your favorite topic, and that is the Morgans. Hi, Johnny.
2021.
Yes, 2021. But I wanted to move on to a little bit of the 2024s.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we've overdone the 2021s. I mean, we could put that to bed. I'm so tired of them. But I know we won't, because it's just funny. And then, of course, 2022 was Morgan leap year. And then we had the 23s, and they were successful, even though you, I know, had thought, and I myself had thought that they were, high in mintage.
You said they were successful?
Well, half and half.
Yeah, because the proofs.
Well.
Yeah, the reverse proofs are. I think they're average. I mean, if you're talking about resale, like on eBay and that, I think they're about $200, so about $15-20 or so over issue price.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think right now it's more for collectors than I would think for resale. I wouldn't have been in. I was gonna purchase them. I was in for 5, then it went to like 3, down to 1, and then to 0 because I was hoping one and done. And I would have purchased them if it was one and done, because I feel like they're not doing anything special to get me excited about collecting anything, especially paying the mint prices.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can see them doing the proofs on an annual basis and maybe even the uncirculated, but I was always on the side of I wish they would only do the reverse proof once, maybe do a different strike, a different type of a finish in 2024. But I think the reverse proof should have been one and done. Pretty disappointed that they're doing it again.
Hi, Boats and Mark B and OC Stacker. Did you know OC Stacker is a Roll Tide fan, Alabama fan?
Alabama, wow. And by the way, with the reverse proofs, I was also subscribed for 5, and then later changed it to 2. So.
And I think the consensus and Frostbite said the same thing. If it was a single year, now how long do you think they're going to go along with this series? Do you think it's going to be a short term, or what do you think the mint's going to do? I know we're speculating, and I don't like to speculate.
Yeah, I think it's going to be determined on sales. I mean, that's why in 2024, well, I'm assuming that's why in 2024 they lowered the mintage limit of the proof to 300,000 instead of 400,000, which I think they could have went even less than 300,000 and probably should have. And then they actually increased the mintage limit of the reverse proof by a little bit in 2024, which I think is a mistake. And the uncirculated because of how fast those actually did sell out, because they were the first one. You remember they
Yes.
were the first one that was released, and those ones did go pretty quickly. So they're keeping those as of now anyway at 275,000. So
right, yes, because we did a mint drop that day, and I think they were sold out within an hour.
yeah, it was roughly about an hour. Yep.
And then the second release that year, or 2023, I think it was later on that evening. If I can recall.
Say it one more time.
I think the second mint drop that we did in 2023, it took a lot longer for them to sell out. And then it was the proofs, right? I think it was the proofs. And
the proof was like a month later. It was because the uncirculated was July 13th. The proof was August the 9th.
That's right.
And then the reverse proof was November
and there were
9th.
Quality control issues with those as well, because I know I did purchase them and I sent my back, but I wanted you to look at them first, and you did, because I didn't want to just have kind of a biased opinion, because I really didn't care for them anyways. So I didn't want to be looking at them and find every little thing wrong with them and be like, oh, I'm going to send them back to the mint. So I kind of wanted, and you looked at them and you felt the same way, that they should go back to the mint.
Yeah, it looked like that. The picture that you sent to me, it looked like it had like a gouge or like a hole, like a hole with the scope. I don't know if you could see that without the scope.
No, you could see it with a visible eye, but I think it would have been harder for me to show you through a picture that whole black hole. So, hi 710 and Cement Surfer. And Surfer, it has a work thing this evening, so that's why he's not going to join us this evening. And hopefully he'll be back by Saturday, but he's not with us because he's at work. And I thought, AKA Brett and Craig, it's good to see you guys. So do you think this is going to be a long-term series, and you said, do you think it's going to depend on the sales?
I think it's going to largely depend on the sales. I mean, if they have poor sales, and I'm guessing that their sales won't go as good. I don't know. I'm starting to think that they're starting to become less
silver buff,
less in demand.
Yes. I mean, come on. I think I tease on the bottom of every single video you do now is that I'm boycotting the mint right now, because
I mean 21s are still strong. 21s are definitely still strong.
But again, that was the first year of issue for this particular and then you had a year where they did nothing, and then they start again in 2023. I mean, that is kind of a more of a special year.
Yes.
Makes it a little bit, to me, more valuable in my opinion, and whoever I guess going to be purchasing them on the secondary market. So I think that was
if they would have done the uncirculated, the reverse proof and the proof exactly how they did it in 23 and 21, that I think would have been super hot.
Well, how about if they would have
more so
in let's just say the mint had there was no problems getting silver, or whatever their excuse was. If they had done it in 2022, I think it would still be, I think it would be even hotter going into 2023, going into 2024.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that was upset that that they didn't do them at all in 2022. Yes. And a lot of people that I've heard of chose to not buy in 23 just because of the fact that there was none in 2022.
Well, there was a gap. There was a leap year. I mean, it just doesn't make much sense, in my opinion.
Right. And that's why when the mint director testified in front of Congress, one of the congressmen asked her about it and said, well, if you can't meet
Richard
full demand, can you at least meet some of the demand in 2022 and release some of them?
And hi, Hampton Consultants and Chu, good to see you. So what do you recall what the mint director's excuse was, or how she answered that?
Well, I believe it was. I would have to go back and it's on YouTube. The testimony's on
Mhm.
YouTube.
I'd like to
But
revisit that myself, I think. I
yeah,
would
but
like to hear it now.
I believe she said, and I'm not quoting, but I believe she said that they couldn't get enough planchets, silver or planchets,
Mhm.
whatever the term was, and that they couldn't meet the demand.
Mhm.
And then they asked, I forget who the congressman, it was either a senator, it might have been a senator, and they asked, would you be able to meet some of the demand? And she said she would look into it.
Huh.
Obviously, they didn't do them. So
Doesn't sound like it was a priority, is
yeah,
what it sounds like to me. And West Texas Stacker said that every 10 years sounds better to me than every other year. And yeah. But so the schedule that's come out from the US Mint for 2024, that doesn't necessarily mean
mhm.
that they're going to stick to that schedule or stick to what they have on that schedule as far as what particular Morgans they're going to be doing or strike they're going to be doing.
Right. I mean, they've bounced around products before. They've
Mhm.
removed. I mean, of course, they removed the 2022s from the schedule entirely. So I mean, they could always add, remove, reschedule, whatever they want to do.
I didn't realize that they're not going to be printing or minting platinum coins in 2024. Have you heard
Uh,
that?
I I thought there was a platinum. You mean on the product schedule, bullion
Well,
or
I was
collectors?
just reading a comment. US Mint not minting platinum coins 2024. Or is that a question, Seymour? I'm not really sure. But I had thought I saw one platinum coin on the schedule. And maybe I was looking at 2023.
Yeah, there's on February 15th. There's going to be a First Amendment to the Constitution platinum proof right to assemble.
Hi, Jack Gelman. So I do have this coin here that I purchased, and I wanted to ask you about this. This was 2020. It's a 2020 American Silver Eagle, and it's the first strike, but it's the emergency issue. So can you explain that to me? Because this happened before I started collecting. And I know
Can
you
you
have videos on this.
yeah, so can you put yourself on the full screen and show it to me? Can I see it?
Sure.
All right. So first strike, emergency issue. Yep. PC San Francisco. Yeah. And then can you turn it around to the back? There's no mint marks, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. No mint marks. Okay. Yep.
No mint mark. Nope.
So in 2020, the the San Francisco Mint and the West Point Mint shut down a few different times.
Hmm.
And when the West Point Mint shut down, they relied on maybe the San Francisco Mint or the Philadelphia Mint to produce the American Silver Eagles.
The
And
proof
then
strikes, right?
sometimes, yeah, huh?
But they were minting the proof strikes in Philadelphia at that time.
No, proofs are done in San Francisco and in the West Point.
Right, but
Um,
because they had shut down, I thought that they were minting some.
they were minting the bullion coins in Philadelphia,
Okay, okay.
which they don't normally do. See, we have no idea where they're striking these coins unless you have a monster box that has a strap. On the
Right.
strap of the monster box, it
Uh-huh.
tells you which facility produced those coins, but they don't have mint marks.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So so the so the coins that were struck in San Francisco or in Philadelphia, some of the bigger dealers who had the monster boxes could send them out to the grading companies
Mhm.
and get these emergency labels on them saying that they were struck, and they only had a certain number of them that they were able to do that with. But
Okay.
because there is no mint mark, I'm just not a big fan of them.
Right, because I mean anybody could put these in a slab and say it was from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right, because there's no mint mark
Right.
on it.
Right.
But yes, so I purchased this at an auction, and I don't usually buy graded bullion coins, and that's what I was going to tell you earlier. But because this was such a steal of a deal, I said I got this, and so intentionally too to ask you about it, because I do recall some of your videos, and you've put out great videos on American Silver Eagles and the history of American Silver Eagles and mintages and the whole 9 yards. And so
I even bought one of those and busted it out of the slab.
Oh, that's right too. That's right too.
Yeah.
You didn't put one of those because I think you had said by taking that out, what's so special about it now?
That's right. That's right. So, well, what I did was I went to my local coin shop and I asked them if they had any struck at Philadelphia or whatever. And it just so happened that they had a struck at Philadelphia emergency 2020 emergency issue. So I had both of those pedigrees on that label. And I said, that's great. So I bought the coin for $30 in the slab with the label, $30, which was pretty much the same amount of money that I could have bought the raw coin for at the coin shop that day. Actually, it was a little cheaper than what the 2023 raw coin was.
Yeah, and look at Silverstruck's comment. He pretty much just said the same thing that we were just saying, that he's got a tube of them in an ATMEX tube, but he can't open the tube, or they're just regular ASEs.
Right. That's right.
But at auction, I got this under $30.
Oh, that's good.
And I got it closer to, I think it was 24 something. I got this for, and it was in a Michigan auction. That's out of Michigan.
Really?
Yes. Hi, BTO. Vassar, Michigan, to be exact.
Because I mean, if you drop that slab, right, and it cracks, right, and it cracks open, it's just another 2020 American Silver Eagle.
Hi, Silver Hair Seeker. Hi, Sergeant Gold. And so what if I'm sleepwalking? And you know how I like to crack things open, and I just happen to grab this one and I crack it open. Yeah. It's just a regular ASE, and that could happen.
That's right.
True story.
Now the chances that you're going to drop it and it cracks open is slim, because those things are usually pretty tough to crack open.
But you know what? I might need to do a master class on getting into the PCGS slabs, because you know what?
Yeah,
I'm pretty good at it. I really am. It takes practice, but I have practice. But I've learned where to hit them exactly, that you could just crack them right open. And then there's also a protective covering inside the slab as well.
Right.
So I can get it to where it's pretty darn. Now the slab is kind of messed up, but I can crack this. I'm not going to crack this open right now, because then if I do, then if I crack this one, this one will stay in the slab.
See, and true story. I mean, the video that I did on the one that I cracked open, I actually did another one prior to that, and I screwed the video up, so I had to buy another coin so I could do it. Yeah, so I actually bought two of them and cracked two of them.
You mentioned that in the video. I think you mentioned that that you had to get another one at your local coin store, But I want to say that the Philadelphia 2020 emergency strike was worth more than the San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know what the production numbers are for them, but I do believe that the Philadelphia possibly was less. But again, it doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah, I like to crack things open. I do, but no, I got this in auction, and then I remember seeing you talk a lot about this emergency issue.
But I mean, then when you talk about registry sets, I mean, there are people who do care about them. I mean, if you need them for your registry set, I guess, it's important to some people.
And it is true, but I'm seeing these closer and closer to spot lately. Now, not anything prior to maybe what 2000, but 2000 and up, it's harder to get it close to spot. I'm sorry, it is easier than rather than 2000 and prior. You're going to pay a little bit more for, especially like your 96, your 86.
Yeah, yeah. Now, one thing that I found at my local coin shop last week when I went there and I bought a few Silver Eagles is that they were selling the back dates cheaper than the new ones. So back
Really?
dates
And
were, yeah.
why do you think that is? Because I haven't seen that trend.
Yeah, I think it's because they're buying them cheaper from their customers. People who come in or sell to them, they're
Okay.
buying them cheaper, and it's costing them more money to get the new ones from their distributors.
I see. Because I'm buying 2024s, but I'm getting 2024s right now at 27.
Yeah, so I went to two coin shops recently. One was, I don't know, about a month ago, but and they were but regardless, both coin shops were selling back dates cheaper than the new ones.
How far of a back date though? You're not going to find anything prior to 2000 at that cost, are you? Because you think about it, at 2000,
I'm gonna have
24 years ago, right? That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see. I believe there was a few that were early 2000s, like 2003, 2005, but nothing in the 90s.
Okay, yeah, nothing in the 90s. They're shooting themselves in the foot by selling back dates cheaper. And I tend to agree, but again, how far are we going back when we say back dates? Because I haven't seen anything like in the
type 1s. So
I'm sorry?
Type 1s. I mean early 19 I mean in the 90s, those are most of those are under 10 million. So they're probably not going to sell those, but a lot of them in the 2000s is,
yeah,
10 million and more.
Right. So your real high mintages, and that comes a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
How much is a 2003 old style PCGS graded MS69 American Silver Eagle worth? Because I tried to find it sold on eBay listings and could not find it. Do you have a red book or even a gray sheet that you can look at? I don't have anything right in front of me that I could actually give you a number. If you want to email me, I can look that up. Is there anything special that you can recall of the 2003 SilverWolverine?
Not off the top of my head.
Me neither. I'd have to look at some, and I did print some things off too to give myself a little cheat sheet to be able to look at it quickly, and I left it upstairs, of course. So, and yes, 1996 was one of the lowest mintage, and I think 86 as well is fairly low, but also it's the first year of issue.
Yeah, I mean 86 is the first year, but I believe the mintage is pretty high for 86.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I think
94 through 96 ASCs will be high premium coins because of the low mintage due to the short supply of silver. Now, I think in 94, the bullion coins, there was a lot minted, but I want to say that it was the West Point.
Maybe? I take it back. 1986 was 5,393,000. So it was a pretty lower in 1986.
Yeah. I'm usually right. I'm just kidding, SilverWolverine. 30.
But in the 90s, there was a lot of them that were in that range, with the exception of 96. Now, I still look at 3 million as being a big number.
Right, absolutely. I was just teasing you, but yes, I get thank you, Steve. So Steve said $36 to $40 on the 2003 ASE. Now, and I happen to I try to, if I can find a good deal and they look nice, I try to pick up as many 96s as I'm able.
Yeah. Now, I bought a random deal last week also from one of the online dealers and got all 2016. Now 2016 was another high mintage year, which it doesn't matter to me, but it was a little bit cheaper than buying the brand new. Mm-hmm. And yet it was, 2016 Type 1 for a slightly less money than if I was going to buy 2024s.
Yes, and I am a Type 1. Which do you like best?
I like the Type 1 better.
I do too. I do too. 1995 W. Oh, thank you, Seymour. 1995 W ASC proof was part of the set with the Gold Eagles with a mintage of only 30. Yes, there was a lot of West Point that had very low mintage. And they will have the mint mark on the back as well. A lot of people get confused with the West Point mint mark. They think it's on the front, but that's the designer initials. So the go ahead.
The 1995 W was the lowest mintage American Silver Eagle up until 2019, when the United States Mint released the 2019 San Francisco and Hatch reverse proof. Now that is currently the lowest mintage American Silver Eagle at under 30,000.
Thank you, Steve. Sean, good to see you. Yeah, Jack likes a Type 1, and Craig prefers Type 1. And so does Sean. Sean thinks Type 1's better. I don't know why they can't leave well enough alone when don't fix it if it's not broken. But then they want to do all these, they just do stupid stuff at the Mint. The V75, I wish they would do something like that again. Now I wish I would have gotten one of those. I did try, but I couldn't get on the Mint website. What year was that they did the V75?
2020.
2020.
Yeah, so the V75 silver, the mintage limit at the time was 75,000, but the gold was really the one to get, because they only did 1,945.
Yeah, I mean that was
but it
fun.
Sold out in like seconds.
It did, and I know I was ready. I had my husband on a computer. I was on a computer, and we tried, but it was fun, right? I didn't get one, so it wasn't as fun at the end of it, but it was fun trying. I wish they would, do some low mintages and let us, fight for it. But now we have the waiting room at the Mint, which I have to say, I have enjoyed that waiting room from the Mint. That has worked out really well. And that's really probably the only compliment I do have for the US Mint is they got a great waiting room. And we noticed that when we were doing mint drops, but that was probably one of the only compliments I do have for them.
Yeah, I think I was actually in the waiting room for a little bit longer when they did their, what was it called? The vault sale. Now, in that vault sale, I didn't see it at the time, but they did sell, it looks like, a few of those 2019 San Francisco and Hatch reverse proofs.
They did. I wasn't impressed with that sale. I looked at the list and then I kind of left really quickly.
Yeah, but if you were able to get one of those 2019 enhanced reverse proof from San Francisco, those are still selling on eBay for over 1,000.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because it's the lowest mintage American Silver Eagle.
Yeah. No highlights magazines. Nope. I remember those. And I used to want to do like the crosswords and stuff in them and all the games. My mom's like, no, you can't write in the magazines at the doctor's office. She's like, get another piece of paper, then you can do it. The US Mint waiting room is like the DMV. Actually, it goes a lot faster than the DMV. And as long as you're not refreshing your browser, because you don't need to, it will kick you out of line. But it went really quickly. I know because we tested it when we did Mint Drop, and I think I bought one of the Morgans I purchased was on, and I was in the waiting room for like a minute. And they have a countdown, the whole 9 yards. It was fast, smooth, and easy. And I hated Yeah, that's true.
You know, it would be nice to see how that waiting room would work if they had a American Silver Eagle, some sort of a hot release, like American Silver Eagle enhanced reverse proof or whatever, that had a mintage limit under 100,000.
That's true. So the waiting room really hasn't been tested yet.
Exactly.
In reality, it hasn't really been tested. Mark B, if you go onto the website and they're doing a mint drop, and we'll say they're going to drop it at noontime, and everybody's trying to go, they're logging on and trying to get this particular coin. Instead of having you be kicked out, they'll put you in a waiting room, and then when it's your turn, they'll let you know, and then you go right into you put it in your cart, and then you can be on your way.
Like if they did a like a Peace Dollar or a Morgan Dollar in a enhanced reverse proof strike finish under 100,000, that'd be smoking hot, highly in demand. And then we would see how well their website would work.
Right. So is there anything that's exciting for you for 2024 for this year coming out of the US Mint?
Not really, with the exception of I want to see the gold flowing hair dollar. I want to see what the mintage limit is going to be on those. That's not out yet. Other than that,
that's
not really.
Be a 1 ounce, right? That'll be a 1 ounce.
Yeah. The flowing hair, the gold, and then silver metal.
I'm just really not excited.
But outside of that, not really. I'm not really impressed with the Royal Mint, US Mint collaboration.
Oh my gosh, I think it's ugly. I cannot believe they did that, and I can't believe that either country would put their name to it.
Yeah, see, if they would have done it, and I did a video I believe it was in 2022 maybe, if they would have did it similar to how they did with the Royal Canadian Mint and the US Mint in 2019 with the Pride of Two Nations, I think that would have been a little better with with two separate coins, a American Silver Eagle and a Britannia, with a different marking or something on it to mark it as being a special set, like a privy mark or something on each of them, with a lower mintage or a different finish or something like that.
Yeah, I was not impressed with that coin. I think it's no. It's just, I want to just shake it's like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Yeah, I think it's horrible. Absolutely. I do not like the design. I have no interest whatsoever. Yeah. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. But again, I guess if the Mint wants to call me, I think I could do it better.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of us would be able to do it better.
Oh.
Unfortunately, our input is not, well, I guess they have their surveys, but other than that, they're not asking for my opinion.
And I have done their surveys. I did it when it was a write-in, and we had to write a lot of information before they just had us, check boxes. And I just wonder how much do they really look at these, and how much,
See, I mean, if you really think about it, if you really look at it, I mean, 2020 and really 2021 was a different year for the Mint, where it was hard for a lot of the big dealers to get a lot of the products that they could normally get really easily because of the 40 coin bulk pack and stuff like that.
Right.
So a lot of the bigger dealers was forced to buy a lot of like the proof American Silver Eagles on that. I had a lot of smaller eBay sellers telling me that some of the bigger dealers was buying them from their eBay store. And so a lot of those were going for, but 2021 was a anomaly. If you go back to 2019 and before, a lot of the proof American Silver Eagles and proof sets and stuff like that is just a really high mintage really high mintages and they lose value on the secondary market, and that's where we're really going back to high mintage, just overproduced products.
Yes, and yes, I think if the Mint wanted to bring in Morgan back even as a commemorative, they should struck at 9. Yes, I agree. A lot of people agree with that as well. As they are 999, they are just another bullion round. And that's true. I agree with that statement. I really do.
Wait, what did it say? I think if the Mint wanted to bring back a Morgan, even as a commemorative, they should be struck. Oh, at 90%.
Yeah.
I think that was the original
plan,
and I think a lot more of your vintage Morgan collectors probably would appreciate it more if they were.
Yes, yeah. You know, and that's one thing too. I think that if they brought the W quarter program back, that was exciting. It was fun to look for a W quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I found, I think it was 8 or 9 of the American Samoa W quarters in 2020.
I think what it was, a Saltwater Bay, I believe. I found a couple of those. Hi, Gold Maple. I think that would be fun. I think that would get me excited just to hunt one of those again. And I don't know, why did they take that program away? Why are they no longer doing that program? Do you know?
See, and not only did they do those quarters, but they also in 2019.
Yeah,
in 2019 and in 2020, they also did the W. In 2019, they did the W Lincoln Cent in 3 different finishes. That was a freebie with 3 different mint sets. And then in 2020, they were supposed to do the West Point Nickels in 3 different finishes, but end up only doing them in 2.
Right.
Because they canceled the uncirculated West Point Jefferson nickel. But again, those were all those programs were under the former U.S. Mint Director David Ryder, which a lot of people didn't care for. But I'm starting to think that they're starting to rethink that.
I hope so, because even just as Steve said, this would stimulate young people to be numismatist, and that's just it. We need something exciting, something that's fun, and it does get the kids involved to find the W, because I know my daughter, and this was before she turned the age she is, but I would say let's hunt a W, because they're very hard to find, and we would have like contests on who could find one. I mean, just like out of a roll or something. Neither one of us did, but it was still fun. And she started to look at the coins, right? She found out where a mint mark was. And so that was fun for us for a little bit. But the Liberty Series.
And I agree, the prices got ridiculous. They keep increasing the prices, which is also not a good look.
I'm sorry, what was?
I'm talking about the increasing in the prices. I said that's not a good look either.
No, because the quality of, I mean, look at the quality control coming out of the Mint. Do they really think that we're going to pay extra? The packaging stinks. Sometimes the coins aren't even in the package when you receive them.
Although they brought back the clamshell with the American Silver Eagle.
Oh, they did? I didn't order any. From the
I didn't order any either, but it's fascinating.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know because I didn't order them.
Because a lot of people were complaining that you raise the price, you cheapen the packaging, you take away the clamshell, so they brought the clamshell back. I haven't seen any of them yet.
I have never used Apple Tap Pay. I don't use Apple Tap Pay. I don't use any of those.
Yeah, I don't use
Google or anything like that. I'm not there yet.
Yeah. But I would use that before I saw that there's some stores now where you can pay using your palm, and I'm definitely
What?
not doing that. Your palm.
Your, of your hand?
Yeah, it'll read your palm.
No, heck no, I'm not doing that. No way. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? No, there'll be a
No, I'm
no. That
not.
would be when HE freezes over before I do that. No, no, because I'm going to carry cash with me as much as I possibly can, because that's can you imagine what if it like a malfunction or something and you went and touched and somebody wanted touched a counter and then they I mean CSI people, do you watch that show? You know? Yeah, because I'd be spending money left and right. They would probably, pick it up with this piece of tape and then they could start no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because when I first saw that, I thought it was like to scan a rewards card or something. And she said, "Oh no,
Well, I
if
saw
you
her
if you would like to try it, that will you can pay using your palm." I said, "I'll pass."
when they pay me to test something like that, then I might give it a thought. I might give it a second thought. But until I'm being paid, no way. No way. Can you imagine? Oh my word! What is? I don't remember where I was. I heard this, but there are some stores we can go in now, and you don't even have to. I guess you leave a credit card on file or whatever. But once you're in the store, you don't even have to pay on your way out. That it just like as you're walking out, it bills you for what you purchased.
Okay.
And I don't know if you have to like, scan your things and then you just walk out and they know I don't know how that works. But
I
really, to be
don't.
honest with you, I wasn't going to listen to the story 100% because I really didn't care because I knew I would never do that.
Right.
Or I think that maybe you left your credit card number in as you went into the store and they're trying to prevent theft. I don't know. All I know is that prices keep going up. And yet I'm being asked to scan my own groceries. They're raising cost. I have to pay 5 cents a bag and I have to scan my own groceries. They should at least take 10% off the top or something because I'm working. I am literally
Yeah.
scanning my own groceries.
Yeah. At least I don't have to pay for bags yet.
Oh my God, it's coming
Bags
because
are still free.
yeah, well,
Now they fall apart, but they're still free.
yeah, I still love somebody to explain to me how a paper bag or a plastic bag is worse on a landfill than these reusable cloth bags that people sometimes only use once and then they throw right away.
Hmm.
I don't. One day somebody can explain it to me.
"2019 West Point Lincoln penny in uncirculated with the uncirculated." Yeah, the proof penny with the yep.
Now, are
And
the mint set?
except right, they did the same thing in 2020 with the Jefferson nickel, except they didn't release the uncirculated with the uncirculated set. They only did the proof and the reverse proof in 2020.
Now that Liberty 1 ounce gold. Now I thought that was beautiful. I have to say that was one thing I was like, oh, that is really pretty. And I think you got one of those, right?
I bought it in 2023. I didn't buy the one in 2021, but now looking back at it, I'm thinking I probably should have. But
Yeah, it's the 2023 was very pretty. I did
see,
like
I
that.
didn't like in 2021. I didn't like the eagle on the reverse of the American Liberty coin. I thought it was pretty ugly. I get the point, but I just didn't care for it. And plus, I don't really care for what they're calling the modern interpretation of liberty. I wish it would just go back to Lady Liberty.
What is what term are you speaking of?
Well, they're talking about the modern interpretation of liberty. So they did in 2021. They did it with the horse, the Bronco. In
Okay.
2023, they did it with the tree, the bristlecone pine tree.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep.
And that's why when they were going to make the flowing hair dollar, the US Mint wanted to make it a part of the Liberty series, the American Liberty series. the CCAC said no because it doesn't go along with their modern interpretation of what liberty is supposed to be.
I see. The proof does come in a clumsy. Yeah, I have not purchased a proof American Silver Eagle from the mint in a very long time because of the prices. And again, you can buy the business strike. I think the 2023s, I think the lowest I got was 26.54. And then the 2024s I was getting for $27. And that's pretty good. I think it considering what we were paying for the business strike coins. I mean, they were up to what, 40, 45 bucks.
Yeah.
Namaste. Good to see you.
Plus, you could go back and buy some of the older proof American Silver Eagles cheaper.
Oh, is that right? And that's true. Yeah, I didn't realize you had to buy the shells separately at one point. I didn't know that.
What's that?
For years you had to buy the clamshell separately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either. I didn't really get into really U.S. Mint products until 2018.
Yeah, I was late 2020. So I was a late bloomer. The price increase stink. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And that, I think I've mentioned that a few times, and I think that's the most, in my opinion, egregious price increases on the silver proof set. Because like they said, it was 105, but now it's 130. Back in 2019, they were like $54. And then in 2020, they increased the silver proof set, I believe, to 64 or 65. And then they raised it to 105 and then 130.
They'll cut my hand off if I don't start using it to pay for things. I have never seen that, but I'm going to look that up. And because that's something I will fight. I will use cash and I will not even have a bank account if they're wanting me to use my handprint to pay for things. No way. Never. And I always say never, but in this instant, I would pay somebody else to go pay for it for me. So they can use their handprint instead of mine. Amazon Pay. No, I've never used, no, I haven't used Amazon Pay. You were wondering if YouTuber fingerprints will be stolen and used for theft. I don't know. I'm hoping you guys aren't getting my fingerprints from the screen.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of things, I think, in the future that we're all going to have to really sit down and just be like, what are we going to do? What are we not going to do? And really have a plan in place.
Soon it'll be $200 for a proof eagle, probably.
No. The shoplifters still won't pay. But that's why a lot of prices are going up, is because of these self-checkouts. So I've heard that, like Walmart, for example, that they have to recoup a lot of the cost from theft because of these, people, stealing stuff at these self-registers or self-cash outs. And I'm like,
well, right. But also they have to pay the increasing wages.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody to work. They're having computers do it, and they're having me work for my stuff. So give me the discount. I won't steal, and you just saved yourself some money. Thank you, Walmart.
Well, I mean, because that's what I was reading an article, I don't know, about a month or two ago about, the so-called lowering inflation data, and except for the fact that the prices in the grocery store aren't coming down, and the prices definitely in the restaurants aren't coming down, because I mean, to go out to eat in a restaurant, I mean, it's like $16 for a meal at least. and it's because of the fact that they have to dish out more money for the workers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be nuts for a while, but I think this is where we are, and we're just going to have to learn to live through it. I don't think it's the end of the world right now. I mean, look at the 80s, you know. I remember there was times, my parents were like, we just can't afford it. When we can't afford something, we just don't need to buy it. If we get back to that mindset,
yeah,
we don't have to put
that's
everything
right.
on credit. You don't have to have everything that your neighbors have. If you don't have the money, don't buy it. And then if you need to save money, go without something.
That's right. There's a lot of things that I would like to have that I don't buy.
Right. I mean, even as far as like your streaming services, if you don't have the money and you need to save some money, don't have streaming services.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the Hulu and the Amazon and the Netflix. You don't need them all. There's ways that you can cut corners, and you don't have to have so much. I mean, and we don't have to have it. If we want something and we're saying, I want something today, you don't have to have it tomorrow. We are an instant gratification, and that costs money. That costs more money. I don't know. I guess we were just taught that
everybody wants you to open up your wallet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm taking donations too. If you want to open it up for next coins. I'm just teasing. Freaking awesome. Good to see you. We use our own. Times were better and more simple. Yes. Yeah. I mean, the times were simple. We didn't have to have, cars were less expensive. Homes weren't as hi Barbara. You didn't have to have the biggest home, and I don't know, it's just now we're just trying to keep up, it seems like. And trying to
I mean, well, let's take an iPhone, right? I mean, my phone. Mm-hmm. I don't have the newest phone. I mean, I have an iPhone 7 Plus. Right?
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't have a 15, a 6. I don't even know if a 16's out yet.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have this phone until it dies.
The 80s were bad. I remember odds and even days. Well, you remember, I mean, in the 80s, I remember my parents going to get a house, or if they were going to get a loan or something, they could pay 15 to 16, 17% back then. I mean, we think interest rates are high now. Go look at what they were back then. And that's when people spent the whole day at the bank trying to borrow money. It wasn't so easily given. Like, some of the loans have been in the past couple decades. It was just a different time. Although people were making good money at that time too. The 80s were, you were able to work overtime and make good money. Exactly. I'll go on a vacation one day. I save your money before you go on a vacation. Don't put it on a credit card. Save up all year long if that's what you have to do. Frostbite said his first house was 8.25%, and that was a good deal. Yeah. Hi, Jeff, Thule, Tiger, Thomas. Are you the baby of Tiger and Thule? Oh, it's good to see you. Freaking awesome. The simplicities of life are close to being forgotten. I know. And do you guys remember the Waltons, that show, The Waltons? Growing up, I just remember my parents, we watched that every single night. And I was like, this is so boring. This is so boring. And then my parents would be like, that time we'll never see again. Here we are. Here we are. Now, okay. So I do not think you need to go out and buy the newest and best phone. But when you're talking about that, we're up to what, a 15 now?
I think it's a 15. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to update your phone anymore.
At some point, I mean, I still can. At some point, they're going to probably tell me that I can't. And then at that point, I might have to get one. But right now, I still get the software updates.
But see, I think mine is the 14, but I don't pay for my phones either. I trade mine in. And a lot of times I don't even need to trade with my plan. I don't even need, at least if it's every 2 years, I just get the new one and I don't have to pay for it. And then with Apple products, I sell a lot of my Apple after the fact. And I know Frostbite and had a conversation on his last stream when it came to Apple products, but I love Apple products because for resale value, I can make a lot more money out of this my Apple products. And I have 2 laptops I need to sell. And I just need to get on that. So, and great websites where you could, even if they're not working processors, you could still sell those for good money. So I can make some money to put back on something else.
Yeah, see, I don't like selling my phones and laptops and stuff like that because unless you're taking a hard drive out of it, I mean, even if you wipe your hard drive, people can still recover your hard drive. So
yes,
I'd rather not.
They can, but I do have somebody that can erase that for me before that time. Yes, that knows what they're doing, because I can do all the, reset all the way back to factory stuff and do all that good stuff. But I do want to make sure everything is wiped off, not that I'm trying to, hide anything, but I don't want them to know my information, my address, my phone numbers, because my taxes I have stored,
bank accounts and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not talking about hiding stuff. I'm talking about your personal information.
Right, of course, yes. I have software for full erase too. Nice to have. Yeah. Used to work. I can recover most data from just about any device. Okay, I will put you to a test because I got 2 Apple laptops. Let's do this, Frostbite, and I will have my guy erase the hard drive completely, and let's see if you can recover it. That would be fun because there's nothing on there if he did find something, I don't think that he would sell my information, or maybe he would. No, just kidding. As long as he gets 10% of the sales. Just don't sell my address, because Google Earth still does not have my address, and I really do not want Google Earth to get it, because that'll be a bad day for me when that happens. Hi, John Jacobs. You can do it in under an hour. Okay. Well, I want to put some people to the test. Let's see. Let's do that. I really do, because Silver Patriot, good to see you. But no, I'm able to sell a lot of, I've sold phones and stuff. So, and then I'll just put it on my bill for the next month on the cell phone bill. But
So do you trade your phones into like Apple, or to get the, you just resell it yourself?
No, yeah, I resell it myself, because there's so many good apps out there that you can resell these things on. Like now I'm reselling my my ear, what are they called? My daughter always gets on
AirPods.
Yeah, earbuds. And so I had I got some new ones for Christmas, and I like to run with those. And sometimes I don't like them because I don't like how they fall out of my ear when I'm running. So I was
who wants to share Airwax?
Oh, nobody. I do not share mine. I do not share mine.
So, you say but when you resell it though.
Oh, well, who cares I'm not buying news. It's not me buying news.
I know.
That's their issue. That's not my issue. But I do have Q-tip and alcohol, and I wash mine quite a bit all the time, because that's why my hands are so dry, because I'm a clean freak. But at work, I don't understand this, but I'll see some of the younger kids, they're over at their desk, and they have these headphones that are hooked to the computer, and then they're listening to stuff. And then one of the other kids will come over there and say, listen to this. They'll take it out of their ear, hand it to that kid, and they're putting it in their ear. And I'm sitting back, grossed out, like I'm going to throw up. I just think that's the grossest and the nastiest thing. I'm like, go down there to Dollar General and buy yourself a cheap pair, and then do it that way. Don't share them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would never buy a used pair of AirBuds on anything.
no. I would rather go without than buy a used pair.
Yeah.
If they were too expensive and I could not purchase them, I would rather go without and be like, nope, I don't need to listen. I don't, because I'm not gonna put your headphones or in my ear.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no way. No way, no how. Oh, yeah, that's how you get earaches. That's good. Oh, that is good. Okay, so I did we're at an hour and I know I would only we said an hour, 60 minutes. So one other question before I let you go. Hi, bite
Yep.
contact. So I do love, and all I have right here is I don't have any more to break open, but I do have the plastic I forgot to pick up since the 1K party. These, ooh, I'm having bits and pieces fall on me right now. But these mint sets.
Yeah. What is it?
The mint sets, old mint
Yeah.
sets. So with
Yeah.
the US Mint right now, are people still buying these mint sets? Current mint sets, are they still something that that people do buy from the US Mint quite often?
You mean like the brand new ones from
Yeah.
the Mint? Like from the 2024 product schedule, whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you still see them? Because I don't check to see how much they're selling or what their sales are. So we'll just use 2023 for an example, 2022 for an example. Are they selling of all the mint sets they do? And they're big and bulky now too. It's not like that they're this size.
Yeah, I mean they're about that size, but they come with two lenses. But are you talking about the silver or the clad or either or
I'm
what?
talking about the plaid. I'm talking about the
Oh
plaid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're selling them. I mean they sell quite a few of them. I mean I think I would have to go back and look and see what last year's sales were, but I think they're roughly 300,000 of them.
Wow. But they're expensive too, right?
Clad, I believe they're $32.
Yeah. Uncirculated sets aren't in hard plastic anymore. I know that's a bummer because I don't like the cardboard sets sheets. Yeah, they're big and bulky. I bought one, I think, and yeah, I would just rather rip them open. I think that's what they're good for. It's fun to break them open. It's very satisfying.
Oh, it's 23. So, oh no, that was just the quarters. Hold on. I think they're 32 for the basic proof set.
Yeah, I wouldn't be spending that much money on them.
35 in 2023.
Yeah. They're not my thing, but I was curious to see if people are still purchasing them. And I'm sure one day these people, I will be breaking open their sets. One day they're going to bring them to their local coin store and I'll probably buy them and break them open.
Let me see how many they did sell in 2023. 364,000.
What?
364,000 they sold last year.
Really?
Proof set. Yep.
Well, that's a horse of a different color. I didn't think they were going to be selling that many.
But you also have to realize that a lot of them too is not just, some people are buying them to keep in there. Some people are buying them to get graded, get these special labels on them and that.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different now with the grading aspect and the registry sets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Silver Patriot, I just don't know if I don't see a day where they're going to be really worth a lot of money because I could still go down to a local coin store. You can still get them on eBay. The silver sets, they have silver in them. And I can get them for cheap.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, 300,000 is still a lot, even though it may be lower than a lot of prior mint sets, proof sets, and that. It's still a lot.
Yeah, and there is a method.
I think it's still a lot.
There are some I wouldn't break open. There are some that I would check first before I did crack it open. And you got to make sure you know your dates and know your coins before you even attempt to break one of those sets open. But a lot of times there could be just one coin in that whole entire set that's worth more than the set altogether.
Right.
So, sometimes it does. And sometimes people want to break those coins out to put them into a book, and they want to upgrade a specimen that they had. And that's the only way they're going to get it is through a mint set. Example, 1987 Kennedy. That's a good example right there, that you're not going to be able to complete that set unless you open, and well, that one is plastic, unless you cut open the plastic mint set. And that's what I have these scissors for. It's it's the heavy duty scissors for when I need to cut those open. And that was one of those. It was 1987 set. I had about 10 of them I purchased. I think I was on eBay. And when I got them in, I was going to come them open. And when I did, I literally had to peel the plastic off the coins because it was baked right into the coins. They must have been kept in some place where it was hot or put on something hot, because I mean, that plastic was just, I just got rid of the coins. I just put them in the Coinstar because they weren't worth anything. I could barely get half the plastic off them. It was disgusting. Wow. It was too bad because the plastic ruined the coins, and it was too bad because they were beautiful coins.
Yeah.
So I just inserted a pic I took of my 1987 set. Well, Metal Dragon. Oh, namaste. I would really like to open that set for you. Because if you find a good specimen graded high in that 1987 Kennedy, that could be worth a lot of money. That 1987 could be worth a lot of money. What if Brady handed you a earbud to share with him? I would look at him and be like, I know you're Tom Brady, but I know you're not a fool. I am not going to share earbuds with you. And I'd be like, Tom Brady, I know you have plenty of money. Why don't we go to the Apple store right now and let's buy some that I can have one and you can have one and then it's clean. I mean, there's ways around that. Tom Brady? No, Tom Brady. I don't care who he is. Hi, Dale. It's good to see you. Acetone eats some plastics. I wouldn't even dare to put acetone on the coin or anything. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm a wimp because I don't know what I'm doing. So I wouldn't dare do that on a coin. I have a box of them all still sealed. That is very tempting. And I would actually beg and beg for those. I could open those. I would pay for them, but I would love to open those. Namaste. I would really like to get into those. But anyway, when's Super Bowl Sunday? Not this coming Sunday. It's the following Sunday, right?
I think that's right. Because don't they just skip a week?
I think so.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yes, but they used to have it at the end of January. I know there was a couple Super Bowls played on my birthday, and then there was a couple playoff games played on my birthday, and in 2 weeks,
February 11th.
Yeah, and I won't be. I think this is going to be the first Super Bowl I just may not watch ever.
I'll probably watch it.
Nah, I'm not excited. Well, I'm not excited about seeing Taylor Swift throughout the game, and I'm not excited about the commercials. They're no good anymore. I'm not excited about the teams that are in it.
Although the Lions, their offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, that is his name? I don't know, but a lot of people thought he was going to go get a head coaching job, and he turned them down. Said he's staying.
Well, good. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple bad decisions made by the Lions coach, but I think that he understood what he did, and I think they're going to have a good team, and they're going to come back next year with a great team. I think that they're going to be contenders for sure next year.
Yeah, I think they should.
They should be, yeah.
But they need to improve. Their defense was not very good, and that's one thing that they need to improve is their secondary.
Yeah. So, you think they might, ask Bill for his expertise?
I doubt it.
Well, I have heard that the reason why Josh McDaniels and Matt Patricia are not out looking for a job and they have not been called upon is because they are waiting to find out where Bill is going to land, and they're going to go with him. What do you think about that?
I don't think he's going to land anywhere this year.
It may not be this year, but it may not be this year, but he's not going to go out. like this. He's going to go out with a Super Bowl is what he's going to do. And he's going to get the best. And look at, you have, was it Steve Belichick, the mullet guy? He hasn't left New England. He's there, because he doesn't have money.
The hot rumor is that he's going to get the job in Kansas City.
Steve?
Belichick.
If he goes there, I swear I will hate football for the rest of my life. I will. I will never listen. As God is my witness, if he goes to, I promise you, I will never talk football. I will never watch it again. I will take my flip coin and I will sell it. I will take my coin toss coin, and if he goes there, you guys, you heard it here first. I am gonna get rid of my coin, and I'm gonna send it back to the New England Patriots and say return to sender, because I will be, beside myself.
He could possibly become the biggest Swiftie.
He would be the biggest idiot, is what he would be. I know he's not an idiot, Bill. I know if you are, Bill. Listen, I know Kraft should have consulted me before, we went down this road. I wish he would have, but he didn't. But Bill, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. Are you serious, Wolverine? Do you really think that's possible? Don't do this to me on a Tuesday night at 10:13 in the evening, because now I'm going to get my heart all racing, and now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And I have a day off tomorrow.
I don't know. I read it somewhere, but Kansas City is also in the Super Bowl, so are they going to really fire their coach? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing is their coach is Andy Reid. At some point, he's going to retire. So that's probably their thinking, is maybe Andy Reid will retire after this season to let Bill Belichick move in. So, because Andy Reid, he's been in there quite a while.
Yeah. So
yeah.
No.
So at some point, Andy Reid's going to retire. Is it going to be this year?
How old is he?
Don't know. Andy Reid?
Yeah. Because Bill is what? In his hi, Daydreamer. Past his 70s. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to offend anybody in the chat, but we
65.
Okay, so he's younger than Bill. Let's get him in shape. Start walking around a little bit better. Let's get him feeling better, and then maybe you could stay on another 5 years with the Chiefs. Let's work on, he's having a hard time breathing and walking around, but we can help that. Bill's gotten in great shape. Great shape. Okay, no.
He's getting in shape for that Kansas City job.
No, he's already in shape. He's already been in shape. SilverWolverine. SilverWolverine.
Yeah.
Is this truth, or are you just trying to get me all riled up right now?
It was an article I read. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to go pray to the football god.
I'm not breaking news saying that he's the new head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's so true, Sean. I cannot even stand to listen to him. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. He does. And, he's too busy making commercials anyways to play football. Bill won't like that. Bill won't like a showboat quarterback that's making commercials all the time. And he's not going to like Taylor Swift hanging out at the games. He won't like that. But maybe she can spy for him. The article was on New England Sports Facebook. Come on, Metal Dragon. Do you really think? Come on, Metal Dragon. Metal Dragon, Bill is going to the Raiders. That's going to be that right there might cause some bad blood between a couple of people, between him and Josh McDaniels, but I don't care how much bad blood is between them. I just don't want to see him with Chiefs. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I just don't like him. I don't care. Just don't like him. You know, they want to compare him to say that he's the next Brady, or he is just as good as Tom Brady, or he's a legend as Tom Brady. But let me remind you guys, Tom Brady, an old man in his 40s, beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. So when he's in his 40s and he's beaten the young buck, up and coming buck, then we could say he's like Tom Brady.
So I'm looking at the Boston, Boston.com. I don't know what Boston.com is,
but I know what that is.
But Adam Schefter, which is an NFL reporter.
I know who he is.
Yeah. He's there's an article here how he's explaining how Andy Reid could walk away and Bill Belichick could take over the job.
Okay, so you guys, this is what I'm going to be doing Super Bowl. Okay, because I told you past couple times, if I ever got arrested, it would be because I'm trying to get into the Super Bowl, and that's my bucket list thing. And I might just have to get in free since I don't have a ticket, so that I might get arrested. Well, that's what I'm probably going to be doing, is getting arrested, because I'm going to try to find Bill to stop him. So yes, I'm taking donations for Nick's get out of jail fund, because I know my husband will probably leave me in jail. Say, you need to think about what you've just done. Well, my God, if it works, I think I'd done pretty well. And I'm thinking I'm pretty proud of myself. But anyway, well, thank you, SW, and thank you, chat, for joining us this evening. It was a good talk, even though it was about Morgans, but at least it was about the 2024 and not so much the 21s.
Yep, and sorry I ruined your night, and you're not going to be able to get to sleep because you're going to be thinking about Bill Belichick now going to be one of the biggest Swifties in Kansas City.
Well, no, guess what? It's not my night you ruined. It's my husband's night, because he won't be getting any sleep either. Because when I don't get any sleep, he tends to not get as much rest either. So I will tell him he can thank SilverWolverine for this tonight.
Okay. He's welcome.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, and we'll see you guys next time. And Surface Channel next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye. Thank you, SilverWolverine.
Thanks. See ya. Bye.